Hi guys, today we are talking about slope. And what that means is if you're picturing a hill, if it's going uphill, it's going to count as something. If it's going downhill, it's going to count as something. If you're on flat surface like your classroom, right? That or your bedroom or your kitchen, it should be a flat surface. There should be no slope to it. So that would be no slope. That would be 0. Or there's such a thing this way. So hard to do. There we go. This way, straight up and down like a pencil, that would be an undefined slope. It's not a defined slope. All right, so let's start talking about our options. Like I just said, we have options for slope. We have a positive slope, so that's like uphill. A negative slope, that's like downhill. We have zero slope, like I said, a no slope or zero slope. And then lastly, that says undefined slope. So here we go. If you're looking, you're always reading graphs from left to right. So I want you to pause the video, get all 4 of these graphs down. We're going to focus in on one at a time. Okay, so let's focus in on this one right here. So I've got an X and Y axis. That's the part in black. The part in blue is my line. That's my graph. The little green dude isn't going to be there. This is just something to show you. You're always going from left to right. So just like we read a book, just like we read the word slope, left to right. So you're looking at the dude. Is he walking uphill, downhill, no hill, or is he going to die? So if he's walking uphill, this would be called a positive slope. Now, we could find exactly the slope if we had some numbers, but we don't. There's no numbers. All we know is positive. If there were some numbers, say there was a point here and a point here, okay, and we knew the ordered pairs for those. Say this was -3, -2, and this one here is 4, 5. Just coming up with numbers. We could calculate, which I'll show you on the next slide, exactly what that slope is. And the answer better be positive because we can see it. It should be positive. The man is walking uphill. All right, the next one we're going to hone in on is this one right here. So again, the X and Y axes are in black. They're labeled, no numbers. I've got the line, which is also called the graph, in blue, and the green man will not exist. Right? Other than right now. So picturing the guy, he's got to walk from left to right. Is he going uphill, downhill, no hill, or is he going to die? Well, he looks like he's going downhill. And sometimes that downhill is going to be really, this isn't a bad hill, right? It could be more steep than that. He could be sliding downhill, but he's still going down. Or it could be flatter even than this, and that would mean he's still going downhill. So either way, no matter what, the slope is negative. So when I say I did have numbers, the coordinate plane was labeled, then, then I would find out exactly what it is. And you better believe my answer should be a negative. -1/2, -3/4, negative, whatever it is, 7, it does not matter as long as it's negative if the man's going downhill. That's something I see all the time that okay, this is a negative slope, but then your answer will give me a positive answer. And you got to think, does that make any sense? Okay. All right, looking here, ignoring everything else now, we're just looking here. I've got my perpendicular coordinate plane. I've got an x-axis going across and a y-axis going up and down. I've got this blue line that is parallel, or supposed to be, to my x-axis. So let's think about the slope. Is it uphill? Is it downhill? Is it no slope? Or is the man going to die, right? Well, it's no slope. So no slope, in other words, is 0. No slope is the same as 0. Okay. Then, again, this one is actually even simpler. If you see this as 0 slope and then you give me an answer of like 1/3, that doesn't make any sense because 0 is 0 is 0. It's not 1/3, it's not 2/5, it's not 7, it's not anything except 0. So make sure if you ever have a flat line like this, it's a 0 slope. Oh, great. Okay. Ignoring everything else. Thank you. So we're looking here. Last one to talk about. Try to hone in on it so you can see it. We've got, lovely. We've got this x and y axes again. The horizontal line is the x, the vertical line is the y, and the blue line, my graph is in blue right here. That is my graph. And it's vertical and it's parallel to the y-axis. So let's look at the man. He's walking and he fell. So he's going to die. So which one is going to die? That's your undefined slope, the only one left. So this is the only answer I want to ever see with slopes like this. They are undefined. They do not exist because the man's going to die, and we don't want that. So you've got your positive slopes, you've got your negative slopes. So positive upward, negative downward. These could be numbers. For 0, 0 is a number. That could be a number. There's no slope. It's horizontal. For vertical lines, the answer is undefined. There's no equivalent number. Like this, I could write 0. This could be -2/5, right? This could be a positive, I guess let me do it correctly, 7, is that right? 7/7, which is just 1. Still a number. No number. Can't say equals or nothing. It's undefined. All right, I'm talking way too long about this. Let's move on. All right, example 1. We're finding the slope of the line shown. So pause the video. You have this line here. I want you to draw it. And then make sure you write what slope is. Slope is rise over run. Okay, when you're done, unpause the video. So if you notice, we have our axes. Our x-axis is labeled with numbers. Our y-axis, it says y right there. It's just hard to see. I'll rewrite it. Our y-axis is labeled with numbers, and we have 2 points that are clearly plotted right there and right there. So we're going to use those 2 points to find exactly what kind of slope it is. But the first question you want to ask yourself, is it going uphill, downhill, no hill, or is the man going to die, right? Sorry if you're offended by this. It's just a joke to get you to remember it. Anyway, so if I'm walking from left to right, we're going downhill. Picture that little dude. You can even draw him up there if you'd like to. Here he is. Left to right. There he is. He's going downhill. Downhill means negative. So I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. I know it's negative. It's going downhill. Cool. Now, from one point to the next, from left to right, this is my left or point, I need to count how to get down and right to that point. Because the next point is down and right, that's why I said those directions. It could be up, it could be left, it could be up and right, whatever. Any combination of direction, up, down, left, right. But we're going from here down how many? Well, I'm starting. I go up down 1, down 2, down 3, and down 4. And I'm stopping here because my point is on the right. So my rise is 4. Rise meaning up or down. Then from where I ended, I went down 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to go to the right. 1, 2. So my running across, is 2. And then 4 divided by 2 is 2. So I have -2. And that's my slope. Cool. Example 2. Find the slope of the line that passes through the 2 points. My 2 points are -4, -1, and, well, that's my first point, and 5, 9. And this is our slope formula. Get that down. Slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Realize that those are subscripts. They're not being squared. So don't do that. I've seen that in a lot of years. Don't do that. All right, get that down. Pause the video, and then we'll talk about it. Unpause the video. We've got step 1. Label x1. Can't really see that. I'm going to put it in black. Label x1, y1, and x2, y2. So my first ordered pair is going to be the 1s, and the second ordered pair is going to be the 2s. It's like the families. That's the 1s, that's the 2s. Cool. So now all I've got to do is substitute in for my formula. Step 2, use formula. So it's y2 minus y1. Well, what's y2? Here it is, it's 9. Minus, it's in the formula. What's y1? That's this one, -1. So 9 minus -1, that's 9 plus 1, and that's 10. Cool. The denominator, x2 minus x1, x2 is, here it is, it's 5. 5 minus, what's x1? Here it is, it's -4. So I have 5 minus -4, which is really 5 plus 4, and that's 9. So my slope is 10 over 9. Don't change it, it's 10 over 9. That's cool. All right, all I got left is a fun fact. Yay. Get all that down? 10 over 9. Okay, fun fact. So if we have this coordinate plane, and I've got this horizontal line, you should be thinking, what kind of slope? Uphill, downhill, no hill, or die? There's no hill. It's flat. It's horizontal. So I should know my slope is 0. But let's use the points to check. y2 minus y1. Well, my y2, here are my points, 3, 3, and 6, 3. My y2, I labeled them x1, y1, and x2, y2. My y2 is 3, minus y1 is 3. So I have 3 minus 3 in the numerator. Denominator, x2 minus x1, so it's 6 minus 3. So I have 3 minus 3 is 0, 6 minus 3 is 3. 0 divided by 3 is 0. I already knew that. 0 is 0 is 0 is 0. That's my point. Fun fact. You don't have to do all that work. You see it's like this. What's the slope? It's 0. Done. Another fun fact, that undefined slope, that one we talked about, here's how the math would be. You should see, okay, this is the man's going to die. This is undefined. So you know it's undefined, but let's see mathematically why it is. You got your two ordered pairs. We got 2, 5, and 2, -10. So y2 minus y1, I'm labeling my x1 and y1, x1, y1, x2, y2. My y2 is -10, my y1 is 5. So -10 minus 5, -15. Denominator, x2 minus x1, 2 minus 2 is 0. You cannot divide anything by 0. That doesn't work. Check it in your calculator. That's undefined. So our fun facts. You didn't need to do all that work because if you look, it's undefined. If you look, it's 0. However, say you don't get a graph and you're just given points, you need to also understand if you divide by 0, it's undefined. I need you to know this. This is no bueno. Don't do that on your test. Don't give me both answers. This is not an answer. This is a step to get the answer. The only answer I want circled is undefined and 0. You want to write it out in words? Fine. All right, we're done. Have a great day.